Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this evening's meeting of the CEO Employment and Remuneration Delegated Committee. My name is Councillor Felicity Sinfield and I'm the Mayor of the City of Boroondara. Before we commence the meeting, I request that all mobile telephones are switched off or turned to silent. Thank you. The Delegated Committee meeting is being live streamed on the Council website and recorded to be made available on the Council website. However, parts of the meeting that are confidential will not be live streamed or published. I will start by introducing my fellow councillors, and seated to my left at the horseshoe table are Councillor Jim Park, Councillor Cynthia Watson, Councillor Wes Galt, Councillor Di Gillies. On the other side, Councillor Lisa Hollingsworth, our Deputy Mayor, Councillor Gary Thompson, Councillor Jane Addis, Councillor Susan Bigger and Councillor Victor Franco. I also acknowledge in attendance this evening our Chief Executive Officer, Mr Philip Storer, and our Coordinator of Governance, Ms Kirsten Ritchie. There are other officers in attendance tonight and they will be introduced as required. I will now move on to the order of business as listed in our business papers. Item 1, apologies. Ms Ritchie, are there any apologies for this evening's meeting?
Thank you, and through you, Mayor, there is one apology, Councillor Stavrou, for tonight's meeting.
Thank you, Ms Ritchie. Item 2 is the adoption and confirmation of the minutes of the CEO Employment and Remuneration Delegated Committee meeting held on the 2nd of October 2023. Councillors, can I please have a motion to adopt and confirm the minutes? Councillor Bigger?
Yep, I'm happy to move that.
Thank you. And Councillor Thompson?
Happy to second, thank you.
Thank you. To assist the mover, is there anyone opposed? It appears not. I'll put that motion to the vote. All those in favour? I declare that carried unanimously. Thank you. That brings us to item 3 on the agenda, declaration of conflicts of interest of any member of the Delegated Committee or Council Officer. Councillors and Council Officers, are there any conflicts of interest that need to be declared this evening? It appears not. That brings us to item 4, presentation of officer reports. I will now propose to close the CEO Employment and Remuneration Delegated Committee meeting to the public. Councillors, the officer report this evening contains confidential information as defined by Section 3 of the Local Government Act 2020. Section 66 of the Act allows this committee meeting to close to the public where the meeting is to consider confidential information. Could I please have a motion to close the council meeting or the delegated committee meeting to the public in accordance with section 66(2)(a) and subsection 3(1)(f) of the Local Government Act 2020 for the purpose of discussing personal information, being information which, if released, would result in the unreasonable disclosure of information about any person or their personal affairs. Councillor Hollingsworth.
I move to close the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Gillies.
Seconded, thank you, Mayor.
Is there anyone opposed? It appears not. I'll put that motion to the vote. All those in favour? I declare that carried unanimously. So I now declare that the council meeting is closed to the public. To the members of the community watching this evening's proceedings, and the live stream will now cease while the confidential business is being discussed, and we will reopen the meeting to the public at the conclusion of that discussion. Thank you. That now brings us to general business. Are there any items of general business? It appears not. Item 7 on the agenda is urgent business. Are there any items of urgent business? Apologies?
I say it's item 6.
It appears that there's a discrepancy between the agenda on the screen and the agenda in hard copy in front of me.
You've got the hidden agenda.
It must be the error on my part as chair, so I apologise, councillors, for my error. And just to recap for clarity, item 5, general business, there was no general business to raise. Item 6 is urgent business, and there is no urgent business to raise, which brings us to the conclusion of the meeting. I'll declare the meeting closed at 10:44.